Hey guys, it's IlonkaSims here, and I'm back with another speed build. This time we are building a huge mansion. I've asked on Facebook again what people wanted me to build, and for the millionth time, people wanted to see me build a big mansion. As I think people ask a lot. I guess for the people that play big legacy challenges or the like 100 baby challenge or something crazy like that. I'm usually not a fan of these kind of challenges. I like doing it like a small legacy challenge, but I don't want to have too many sims to take care of. It doesn't work for me. But there's a lot of people that do play these kinds of challenges, and there's only so many big builds that you'll be able to find on the gallery and other places, so I figured, you know what? People have been asking for this for quite some time, so I can do a mansion for once. Just give it a try. It's not very special. It's again just something that I'm copying basically from Google Images. Well, not quite copying from Google Images, but you get the idea. Like, I just get my ideas from Google Images and go from there basically. But yeah, this is really big. It turns out to be absolutely huge. But you know, that's okay. We do the outside of the build, this part, most of the outside at least, not all of it. And then next part we will probably start on the inside and see where we go from there. My question to you is this: there's probably going to be a huge amount of bedrooms in this building, because as you will see in a little while, the building turns out to really be huge. Like, I'm not kidding, this is going to be ridiculously big. Don't try to buy this house with actual money your sims earned, because that's going to take a while. But my question to you is, do you want me to furnish all of the rooms? Because that's going to take quite a while to do. Personally, right now I'm thinking I'll do some of the bedrooms and then probably leave the rest for you to decorate as you get the sims, like, just so that you can decide like yourself, like the character of the sims, and go from there, like know what kind of room they would want. I mean, I can do all of the bedrooms, but I think it would be too much to do in the speed build, because as of now, what I have built for this room is build is already all in this speed build. So basically, I don't know how much time this is gonna take. I was thinking maybe 2 episodes, but considering the fact that so far I've only done the outside and I haven't even finished the backyard yet, I think it's going to be a 3-part series already, and then I don't think I will even have finished all of the bedrooms. So let me know what you guys think about that. Like, I personally think it's a good idea to not furnish all of the bedrooms, but if you guys want to see me furnish all of them, then let me know. And I can give it a shot, but it's going to be very tricky without knowing what kind of sims I'm building for. I always try to come up with like an idea of what kind of sims they are, but at some point you're going to run out of ideas, and especially because there's not so many different beds yet, I suppose, that it's really kind of tricky for me personally. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that, and then we can, I don't know, I always want to hear your feedback on these kind of things. I want to take your suggestions on board, because for me, the whole point why I started this channel is to get your suggestions and feedback and ideas for builds, because I cannot do all this by myself. Doing 2 builds a week with a lack of content coming out recently is kind of tricky. So yeah, part of why I started this is because I wanted to interact with more simmers. So let me know what you guys want to see me build, and let me know what you guys think about the buildings I do. For example, I just started a Let's Build series on the 3 broomsticks from Harry Potter. If you haven't checked that out yet, please do. Give me your suggestions and feedback for that build. The first part went out recently, and I haven't heard any feedback yet from anybody, which sucks, because the reason why I'm doing a Let's Build is so that I can get everybody's feedback and suggestions for the next part and make sure that it is what people want to see, because, you know, this is Harry Potter we're talking about, and if I'm going to mess up, there's probably going to be some people that get really annoyed and pissed off. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about all these things. If you don't like seeing a Let's Build, then that's fine too, let me know, and I can always just be like, okay, screw it, I'm going to do just a normal speed build for this as well. But I like the idea of getting your feedback on these things, so yeah, if you haven't checked it out yet, please do. If you don't want to, then don't, of course. But if you think it's something you'd like to see, then definitely check it out and let me know what you think about it. Anyways, you can see here, I'm just, you know, building and building some more. This is pretty much the entire building, which, I don't know, is it huge or is it not that extremely big? It's really hard for me to tell looking at it in the video. I think it's pretty damn big. It's probably going to have like 8 or 9 bedrooms, I think, and a lot of like living areas, like studies, activity rooms, all that. If you wanna, like, if you end up downloading this, if you think you will end up downloading this, let me know what kind of rooms you would like to see in this building as well. Like, would you want to see like a painting room or a music room, or oh, maybe a ballroom? I don't know what I'd put in a ballroom, but maybe that would be something you'd like to see. But yeah, let me know. Again, always appreciate your feedback, so that'd be nice. Let's see. I'm not even sure what I'm doing at this point. I think I'm just struggling with the windows. I get really frustrated by the windows sometimes in this game. Like, I love this game, but the windows really get on my nerves at times. I always want to use a specific sort of window and it's just not there, or it doesn't fit in the wall height that we have, or it doesn't have the color that I want. It's always something with this game. Putting in some chimneys, which I think end up disappearing at some point again. Yeah, they're gone. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I had the same problem in my Let's Build series that I've started, and it's a pain, to be honest. I think it's because I have move objects on. Maybe I should turn it off and see what happens then. Oh, they're back. I don't know why they're back, but they're back. Yay! And I go in putting in these little thingies. I'm not sure what to call them. They're roof decoration pieces. That's just what I'm gonna call them. And they disappear at some point as well, so I'm going to have to place them again. But yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was looking at some of the rooms because I was looking at them before I started this build, because there were a couple like I hadn't placed down, and I was getting really annoyed by like the gold shine that everything has when you haven't put things down yet. But some of these rooms were really nice, and I didn't want to copy the exact same room into these places, but I wanted to, you know, get some inspiration from them and use some of the colors from them, because I'm not used to building a big mansion, and I don't know, it's, especially the garden is a thing like that I really struggled with for this build. I mean, I think it worked out fine in the end, but yeah, it's definitely something that was different for me and something that I struggled with a bit. Here we go, putting back all the roof decorations. I moved the roof piece, so everything disappeared. That's nice. Yeah, putting in some more windows on the sides because I hadn't yet, and just making the build a little bit more detailed because I was a little bland at some places. It's a very symmetrical build though. It's like exactly the same on both sides, but I tried to do something different, which I cut out of the recording because it just didn't work at all. I had this picture which looked really nice, but this building was too big for it, like it wasn't working, so I had to go with something else instead. And here we go, changing a little bit in the front entrance area, I suppose. I'm not sure what to call it. But yeah, it's pretty... I like it, the way it turns out. We use these red kind of pathways and then this whitish stone or whatever it is as a place to just have stuff on. I also realized, I think very soon in this build, that apparently this lot isn't entirely flat or something. I'm not sure what it is exactly, but you will see me start building fountains, and later on also with a pool I have the same problem. I tried to put, yeah, here we go, I tried to put some tiles around it and it wasn't working at all. It's a real pain, and I don't understand how this happens. Like, we don't have terrain editing in The Sims 4, so why is it even a thing that some of these things aren't flat? Like, here we go again. Goodbye, tiles. I just ended up not using the tiles around the fountains because it was giving me a headache, to be honest. I didn't understand initially what was going on, but at some point it was like, ah, wait, I think I know what this is. But yeah, it was kind of annoying. Again, I don't know how this is a thing in the game because we don't have terrain tools, but apparently it's something that we have, and it's annoying, but you know, I think it's okay. I like having a bit of green in there anyways. I just put in some plants in some corners, and I think it's okay. I do like it, so who cares? Using these weird kind of trees. I don't know why, but I think the trees are weird. And then putting a trim around the fountain. I think I experimented a little bit with different water types, but I think I ended up going with the default water type because it just looked best. I love using kind of the really bright blue for pools, but it didn't work for this fountain, so it's okay. The pebbles also weren't too awesome, so you know, you live and you learn, and I don't know what you live and you learn. I don't know. I lost track of what I was saying there. That was a weird thing to say. Anyways, we put in these curved edges in the hedge that surrounds the building, and just put a tree on kind of an elevated platform. I wish I could do some more with like different levels in the garden, but it wasn't working so well. I don't know if I might try to do something more in the backyard. But we'll see. I have a little thingy that's elevated. I'm not sure what to call it. But yeah, you'll see in a little while. We're pretty far throughout this build already, so that's good. Let's see. We put some, yeah, as I said, we put some like flowers and stuff around these green edges in the fountains. Struggling with the colors. It's something I always do. Whenever I do the garden, I try to stick with kind of a specific color scheme so that it doesn't look too messy. It's just a thing that I like to do. It's not necessarily the best way to do it, but I think it works pretty well. And of course, don't forget your terrain paint whenever you do any gardening. Don't forget the terrain paint. It makes the place look much more realistic, I suppose. And here we go, putting in kind of a fake maze hedge area on the sides. I still need to continue it onto the backyard, I suppose. I think right now I just do it to like half of the building and then I kind of stop, which isn't great. I have to finish that still next time I go in to continue on this build. And then we go and put some like sculptures and decoration pieces in this area. I like it, having all these different pieces in the garden, I suppose, in the maze, I should say. It just works very well, and it makes it a little bit more interesting than just having these hedges there. I think I tried once to make like a really big maze at like a park but they're more themed for kids, and it was a lot of fun to try and do, but it wasn't working at all. So I'm happy this worked out much better than that one did. But yeah, he was starting on the backyard, which I mean, I cut out a part because I started struggling with the pool and the tiles, and again, this lot isn't entirely flat apparently, so if you're building on this lot or you want to download this build, then be aware that it's not entirely flat. It's kind of a pain with some of the like if you put tiles or something outside, it can be a little bit tricky. It ended up deleting some of my tiles and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? No. I had to go back, like, undo. And then it worked out fine in the end, but it was kind of a pain. But yeah, here we go, putting in a pool, which, I don't know, I felt like a house as big as this, like a real big mansion, we needed a pool, very simply said. So yeah, I think this is where basically there was a cut. You didn't see it because, you know, you don't have to see it, but yeah, there was a cut because some of the tiles in the front yard had been removed and I was getting really annoyed, so I had to do part of this again. This is one part that I had to repeat with the hedges going all around. Again, I need to finish off the maze, but yeah, and you can see some of the struggles with the tiles right there. I don't know, the outside area, I think actually it looks really nice around the pool. It was something a little bit different from what I've done before, but I do really like it. Again, I got some inspiration just from some of the room sets that we can just plop down, but I think it looks really good. I struggled with it for a little while because I wasn't a huge fan of the columns as they were, and then I think I just started experimenting with some of these things, and I tried these arches, which wasn't working at all for me. Tried to put some columns into them, that didn't work at all. And I had these columns that were rolled up in places from trying out this thing with these arches, and I really liked it. It's a little weird to have these columns the way they are, but I just really liked it. And then I used this fake broken-ish fence from the, I think they would get together, and then I put them into the fence and to the columns, and it looks really good. I'm really happy with how that turned out. And then here we go, putting in a little bit of a sitting area. I placed them facing outwards because I thought it would be bigger this way, but it wasn't. It was the exact same size. So I ended up putting them like just normal anyways. Like here you can see me going in, like having these columns in the middle instead of having them more towards the outside. And then I figured, hey, you know what? This actually is really weird. Like when looking at this is a mess. I was trying some different things, but I just ended up going with it fairly simply. I considered putting some fencing on top to make it look like it was like wood all around, but it wasn't working because the walls are too high on the first level, unfortunately, but that's okay. I think I like the openness of it as well. It has something. But yeah, that's pretty much all we do in this part. There's no download link yet because it's not finished, but yeah, let me know what you guys think and what you want to see me do for the next part. But that's it for me. I will talk to you next time. Bye guys!